Hi, I'm Edith, and I'm a fabric designer specifically for quilters. And not only do I design the fabric, but I make these great kits. And this particular kit, called Deco Rose, has all the fabrics you would need to make a 52-inch by 52-inch quilt. Everything is in there, including all the different pieces. I've made a sample here that you can see. It's a wonderful deco design which would include both curvy lines and straight lines, and this focus print is a 12-inch repeat. So people who like to do stack and whack or simple quilts with big pieces will love this fabric. But because I'm a quilt designer, I want to make sure that all of the other fabrics coordinate perfectly. And so I have this wonderful leaf and spiral, as well as my signature instant borders that run selvage to selvage. And a half a yard of fabric has bordered this entire quilt. And you can see how all the lovely pieces coordinate with each other. And one of the things I love about designing fabric is I can design something in one color, but also design it in another. So that was the spice, and here is the wonderful blue colorway of Deco Rose. And you can see all these on my website, www.ellenedith.com. It's just my name. I've made simple instructions for you to be a successful quilter in putting all of these kits together. So I'm going to do a little bed turning here and show you all of my different samples for my kits. So again, this is Deco Rose in a navy colorway. This one is called Garden Fairy. I love gardening, and I've used the inspiration of the snails and the toadstools in my garden to inspire this quilt kit. There are also wonderful little toadstool coordinating fabrics, floral, and again my instant border to make it really easy and fun. The outside of this quilt has something called Mille Fiori. I love backing my quilts in a wonderful fabric. So this quilt is backed with the Garden Fairy Sprinkle. It has small fairies that match the big fairy blocks. Now these quilts are really easy to put together. It's kind of done like tic-tac-toe with a big block and then a coordinating fabric in tic-tac-toe fashion for the center of your quilt. And then after that, you just add on the borders log cabin fashion. So if you're a beginning sewer, this would be easy for you to do. And if you're an accomplished seamstress, you ought to be able to whip these out in a hurry and give them as gifts. And again, the backing is just as fun as the front. Now I like to mix it up a little bit, and so I usually do kind of a cartoon style quilt, and then I use architecture as my inspiration. This was based on a beautiful building in Portland that had these deco style designs on the outside of the building, and they were all done in gray cement, so I got to color it in however I wanted. And this is a wonderful blue and red colorway of the deco. This piece in the center is just one big piece, so it was really easy to assemble. And the coordinating prints, the instant border, and then the frond fabric. And here it is in another wild color combination. We have a lot of different ones of these. Some of these have different fabrics in them, for instance a leaf fabric, and it can look quite different. So there are various kits in this bright colorway for the deco. And here's a fun one called Fantasy Pony. The blocks are of fun ponies with little clouds or polka dots or stars on them, And then the conversation print has the ponies set in the desert with cactus, a coordinating lizard fabric, the instant border, and the cactus fabric. It's all done with a little corner set square here to make the quilt bigger. I've put the cactus on the back, and here's the other colorway in Fantasy Pony. Bright lime green and turquoise. This is really fun and easy to make. You can see that I've put the lizards on the back. And this one is called Cat in the Garden, and it has various blocks showing garden themes or cat in the garden themes, and even a sunshine. And I've paired it with the floral, the millefiori, the instant border. I love the color combinations in this one. It's for children, but it's a little subtle as well. And lastly, we have Space Cat, with all the cats flying through the space and coordinating fabrics again, and my instant border is on the edge, this time for a small baby quilt. So all these come as kits on my website. These are my brand new kits, and these are for Tropical Breeze, which is based on Mexican designs because I lived in Mexico as a teenager, and it has a big 12-inch repeat, either in royal or off-white, with birds and sunshines and turtles and frogs, and then the coordinating prints. In one of my other how-to videos, I show you how to use this wonderful hand-painted fabric, and again the instant borders. So everything is in the kit to make your quilt top and your double binding. All you'll need is batting and backing.